there you have it. Another Eternal Derby in the books. 0-0 at the Rajko Mitic Stadium in Maracana. Red Star keep their 2-point lead on Partizan in the playoff. Still 6 more matches to go. Basically, if you're not familiar with the playoff, 16 teams in the entire league. After 30 matches, the table, so to say, is split into two. The top 8 play each other, and the bottom 8 play each other. So bottom 2 teams get relegated. Third and fourth last play third and fourth in the second tier. I believe it's 2 matches, home and away, and then the team gets promoted. Playoff, just the 8 teams. Basically, the 8 teams in the playoff are guaranteed to stay up in the league. And they used to split the points in half. So if you had 80, you have 40 now. They've kept the system. It's very simple. You keep the same amount of points that you had at the end of 30 rounds, and then you go from there. You play each team once, and then you determine a winner at the end of the season. Not a huge fan of the playoff, but it is what it is. Playoff and play out, I don't like either one, but it is what it is. To the starting lineup, it's pretty much what you expected from Red Star. Sanogo and Kanga were back in the starting lineups. Irakovic was the bonus player, as we say, the guy who's 21 or under, who you at all times you have to have someone or a bonus player on the pitch at all times during the match. Irakovic was that guy, and this was probably, he's had a lot of really good matches in the last 2 or 3 months. This was probably his best, and you saw it from minute 1 where he made a slide tackle. Can't remember on who it was, but it really set the tone for the rest of the match for Irakovic. Thought he was outstanding dealing with Ricardo and whoever else you had to take there, Terzic, Jojic, whoever the player was. I thought he was outstanding today. In the midfield, thought Red Star was very sloppy. Kanga and Sanogo, again, they haven't played too many minutes in the last 5 or 6 matches. They've been picked up some injuries, but thought it was very sloppy and very slow. So, Partizan will kind of back off them a little bit, and in the hopes that they would make a mistake. And honestly, they made a mistake more often than not, which allowed Partizan to hit Red Star on the counter. Red Star's main weakness is speed, so to say. Not a lot of fast players, whereas Partizan's strength is exactly that. A lot of speedy players, and they can cause havoc for the back line. Didn't think that we took care of that very well today at all. Very fortunate to not give up a goal. At halftime, I tweeted, I thought that either Kanga or Sanogo had to come off because it was that bad. It felt like every ball was given straight to Partizan, and we were allowing him to hit us on the counter-attack. A lot of rough challenges during the entire match, a lot to play for. If Partizan won, they'd be 1 point up on Red Star. If Red Star won, they would be 5 points up on Partizan, and if it stayed as a draw, it's 2 points still for Red Star. I think that Partizan did an excellent job of neutralizing Ivanic and Kataj, who's the main source of the goals and assists for Red Star. Oki was nowhere to be seen pretty much in the first half. Some of that isn't really due to him either. He just didn't get the ball a lot. He's been kind of up and down this season since he joined in January. He scored some goals, and he scored in the last derby, but he does go through dry spells. A lot of his goals are kind of like right place at the right time. So I expected a little bit more from him in today's match. He just didn't give it, and he went off at halftime for Pavkov, who was a lot better, picked up a yellow card right away. But his ability to get up in the air and to cause problems has been, that's his characteristic. That's what he does best, when he can challenge the opposing, center backs, and his link-up play is really good. His hold-up play is excellent, and he did some of that today. The yellow card I think that he picked up was really stupid, but like I said, defensively, I think the Red Star was very good in controlling, like I said, Ricardo and Manig and Terzic and all their attacking players. But Red Star just didn't create pretty much anything during this entire match. Partizan had a few chances. Terzic missed one in the first half that he had to bury. And they had a number of shots on goal, which didn't really give Boran too much trouble. But it looked like Red Star was kind of happy with the point, even though after the match, Sonic stated that he wasn't very happy with his performance, and Stankovic wanted all 3 points, which we didn't get. But basically, the season is back on. Anything can happen. Partizan isn't that far off of Red Star. All it takes is one slip up, so it should be a very good end to the season. And like I said, the main reason why it finished 0-0 Ivanic and Kata just didn't create enough going forward. And like I said, Kanga and Sonogo made a lot of mistakes in that midfield area, which caused Partizan to hit us on the counters, which they were very good at. You could argue that Partizan deserved a goal and that they were the better team in this derby, at least after Red Star was much better than the last one. But yeah, still a lot of work to do, still 6 matches. Anything can happen. Red Star pretty much has to win all their games, and Partizan has to keep pace. So we'll see what happens as the season does go on. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Red Star is still 2 points up on Partizan with 6 matches left to go in the season.